नमस्कार. डेम्पो हेल्थकेअर प्रस्तुत आणि स्वर्गीय श्री विश्वासराव डेम्पो यांच्या यादीन अलर्ट, ॲक्टिव्ह अँड अलाइव्ह ॲट 100 ह्या आरोग्यविषयक कार्यावळीन तुमचे सगळ्यांचे स्वागत. असे दिसून येता की आमच्या आयुष्यान आम्ही सगळ्यात कमी महत्त्व दिता ते म्हणजे आपल्या आरोग्याक. वी आर सो एन्ग्रॉस्ड इन मेकिंग अ लिव्हिंग दॅट वी फॉरगेट हाऊ टू लिव्ह अ लाईफ. इन फॅक्ट हाऊ टू लिव्ह अ हेल्दी लाईफ. And that is what we are here to remind everybody. आम्ही ह्या कार्यावळीन ह्या खातीरूच तुमच्या मुखार येतात की सगळ्यांका आपले लायफस्टायल, आपले हेल्थ कशें सुधारपाचें आणि एक सुखाचे जिणे कशें जगपाचें हे सांगूंक ह्या विशयी चर्चा करपाक आम्ही तुमच्या बरोबर असतात दर शुक्रारा रातचे 9:30 वरांचेर प्रुडंट मिडियाचेर ऑन अलर्ट, ॲक्टिव्ह अँड अलाइव्ह ॲट 100. वेल, आमच्या बरोबर आसात डॉक्टर दिगंबर नाईक, who is a renowned heart specialist and whose name has already been recognized as one of the 50 pathfinders of the Indian healthcare industry. नमस्कार डॉक्टर.
नमस्कार.
वेलकम टू द शो. डॉक्टर नाईक हाणीच बरयल्लें जें पुस्तक आसा अलर्ट, ॲक्टिव्ह अँड अलाइव्ह ॲट 100 ह्या पुस्तकान तांणी वेगवेगळे विशय मांडिल्ले आसा जे आमी जर आत्मसात केले, आपल्या उपयोगान हाडले जाल्यार आमची लायफस्टायल विल बिकम व्हेरी हेल्दी अँड दॅट विल बी अ न्यू पाथ टुवर्ड्स अटेनिंग हेल्दी 100. आमी फक्त 100 गाठपाचेच हांगा विचार करनात किंवा चर्चा करनात, पण हेल्दीली आणि हॅपिली कशें जगपाचें आणि अलर्ट, ॲक्टिव्ह अँड अलाइव्ह कशें रावपाचें ह्या बद्दलचे विशय आणि त्याबद्दलची चर्चा आमी ह्या प्रोग्रामान करतात आणि ह्या पुस्तकान बरयल्ले वेगवेगळे विशय हाजी आमी चर्चा करतात. पण ह्या चर्चेक वचच्या पयलीं एक म्हत्वाची गजाल जी ह्या शोन जाता, ह्या कार्यावळीन जाता, ती म्हणजे आमी आमच्याकडे पळोवपी जे आसात तांणी विचारलेल्या प्रश्नाची उतरां आमी पयलीं दितात, ताज्या बद्दल चर्चा करतात. कारण वॉट्सॅपाचेर आमकां तरेवाईक प्रश्न आयिल्ले आसतात आनी तातूंतलो जो इम्पॉर्टंट आसा आनी कॉमन जो आसा तो आमी वेचतात. आणि ह्या विकान आमच्या कडेन जो कॉमनस्ट प्रश्न जो आयिल्लो आसा तो स्टॅटिन्स बद्दल. लोकांका कळना की देर इज सो मच ऑफ कॉन्ट्रवर्सी अराउंड दीस. ते घेवचे न घेवचे आणि कित्या खातीर घेवचे ताज्या खातीर आमकां तुमच्या कडल्यान उतर जाय डॉक्टर. सो वॉट डू यू हॅव टू से अबाउट दिस?
वेल, स्टॅटिन्स, दिस इज अ गुड क्वेश्चन. हे दिसांनी वॉट्सॅपाचेर खूब कितें कितें जे स्टॅटिन्सा विशयी अगेन्स्ट फॉर चालूच आसता आनी आमकां एक संवय, एक कोणी तर नेगेटीव कितें धाडलें न्ही, आमी रोखडेच सगळ्यांक फॉरवर्ड करत बसता. ते आमी उमेदीन वाचता आनी तेच कोणी बरें तर पॉझिटीव बरोवन धाडलें आमी वाचता सुद्दां ना, अँड देन दॅट इज फॉरगॉटन. आय थिंक सेम थिंग इज विथ स्टॅटिन्स.
बिकॉज एक तरेचो भंय पसरिल्लो आसा ताच्या खातीर कन्फ्युजन जाल्लें आसा.
Absolutely not. What is the statin's position today? Okay. Most important, this statin's effect kide, it is not only to reduce cholesterol. It has got what is called as a pleiotropic effect. It's got effect on many more things. Most important, आमची जी आर्टरी आसता न्ही ती क्लीन दवरपाचें काम करता. ब्लॉकेजीस कशें जाता? ब्लॉकेजीस एथरोस्क्लेरोटिक प्लाक्स न्ही. पयलीं आमची आर्टरीची भितरली लायनींग आसा ताका बारीक बारीक मायक्रोस्कोपीक होल पडटा. आय वुडंट इवन से मायक्रोस्कोपीक, आय वुड से नॅनोस्कोपीक होल्स पडटा. आनी त्या होलांसून मागीर बाकीची सो मेनी कॅमिकल रिएक्शन्स कीप ऑन हॅपनिंग आनी थंय मागीर येवन सगळ्यो RBCs, प्लेटलेट्स अटॅच जाता आनी दॅट डेवलप्स इनटू अ ब्लॉक. And that process of slow blockage is atherosclerosis, which goes on in our life constantly the moment we are born. What do these statins do? It is not just reducing cholesterol, it reduces or slows down the process of atherosclerosis. Even if atherosclerosis has happened, it can still keep the internal lining clean.
So it maintains the health of the arteries.
It maintains the health of the arteries, so it is one of the vital drugs for us to live a long life. Very, very important drugs. I'm sure, I would say it's a wonder drug today, I would say. That's my opinion, next to aspirin. Yes, and aspirin is one drug which is taken by everybody all over the world. So also statin is one drug which is as good or better than aspirin. आणि आज जर आम्ही 10-20 वर्सां अशी सहज वखदान लोकांक दिल्या, statin is one of the drug responsible for it. So for me, it's a beautiful drug. It's a fantastic drug. It's a drug which is helping us to live a long life.
So what
आता
is
drug
yeah.
म्हणना फुडें कितें जाता, you
Right.
cannot
there is a
just
worry that
absolutely
is yeah, around.
every medicine has some good effect, bad effect and all that thing. First thing, these statins also have side effects, and two important side effects are, एक म्हणजे muscle problem, it gives you muscle pain and it gives you myopathy, and second is liver, बाकीचे म्हण small a little bit upset in the stomach, and these are ordinary side effects. दोन most important side effects असा which can cause problems, and both these side effects come much later after taking the statins. You cannot give you a tablet and see you are allergic, or it is not an allergic reaction. This comes much later, and it depends upon the dose of statin. That 10 milligram जर तू घेता, usually it is safer. When the patient goes on to 20 milligram or 40 milligram or 80 milligram, then the chances of this side effect rises. And these side effects come in not more than 2 or 3 people in 1,000 population.
So very minimal.
So if 1,000 people are receiving statin, in 2 or 3 people, I will have to stop them. And it does not lead to any serious problem. I know this man cannot tolerate statins, and that is for that man it is to be stopped. So statins are to be taken completely under good doctor's supervision. That is number one. When you take statins, you have to follow up that person properly. Number two, you have to even do a regular blood test, especially to see if your liver is getting affected. If your liver is getting affected, the liver enzymes start rising.
So is it after a long treatment that these conditions arise, or you can make out whether the person is not responding to statin?
You cannot make out whether the patient will develop the side effect or no. He has to be on statins. It can come after 6 months, it can come after 6 years also. Okay, it's a long use of the statin can give you this side effect, and it is hardly in 0.1%. So that is number one. Dusra, you can always find out which person has got it and stop the statin, and he is reverted back to normal.
Okay.
Just because of this, I would not hesitate to use statin on a man who needs it. If I can prevent somebody's heart attack, if I can prevent him from going into a second heart attack, well, I should do it. I would go ahead and do it. Well, I'm not worried about statins. I can stop it any time I feel the patient is
And
not.
there are substitutes available for
There are substitutes available. There are lots of. There are plenty of drugs. That is not a problem today. But statin is a wonder. It is not a drug to be just thrown out because the companies are making more profit on that. No. Now I think the cost of the statin is also under regulation. So that is also curbed down. So you are getting statin for 2 or 3 rupees now. Initially they were available for 40-50 rupees. Then it came down to 15-16. Now it is just available for 1 or 2 rupees. So if that drug, by using that drug, if I can prolong your life by another 20 years just because of that one drug, I would always use it. But yes, I would always use it with caution. So that patient, so number one, it has to be used, and the doctor has to decide whether a particular person needs statin or no. Doctor has to decide whether that person is tolerating statins or no, and once you are on statin, you have to follow up properly with your doctor. If you take care of this, I am sure statins will easily increase your life by 20-25 years.
So I think this has answered most of the questions and cleared most of the doubts, because what we have another doctor called Google Doctor and we keep on googling all the medical related queries. I think this is the most direct and most elaborate answer that one has got. I think we should.
I think Google is helping a lot of people, and we must go on the Google, but we must not. Whatever personal decision, we must take it with the help of our doctor. You write it down, take it to your doctor.
It gives you tremendous knowledge, but then we cannot get completely sold
You
on to it.
absolutely not, absolutely not. There are so many. Before I write a prescription, before I write one drug on my letterhead, there are so many things that you got to think of. Okay,
Yes,
and which
absolutely.
everybody's doctor knows you. He will think about you, take your knowledge, and get it ratified or rectified or understood by your doctor. Doctor, this is what I got. What is correct? What is wrong? And doctor will be very happy to explain to you. So Google, I think we should all use it, but don't think use Google as your ultimate.
Self-prescription.
No, your drug has to be given by a doctor under doctor supervision.
And if there are any fears and more queries, you can definitely ask us on our WhatsApp number. गेल्या कितल्याशाच भागांनी आम्ही डिस्कशन केले ते रूल्स बद्दल आणि आमचो दुसरो रूल चलिल्लो आणि दॅट वॉज कीपिंग पॉझिटिव्ह ॲटिट्यूड. आता त्या दरम्यान आम्ही बरीचशी चर्चा केली ऑन बीइंग एन एक्स्ट्रोवर्ट, बीइंग एन इंट्रोवर्ट, सगळ्याबद्दल. आणि आमची चर्चा येऊन राविल्ली ते स्पिरिच्युअलिटी बद्दल. स्पिरिच्युअलिटी हो असो एक विषय आसा ज्याच्याबद्दल इतली खोलाय आसा की ज्याच्याबद्दल इतलो विचार केलो तितलो कमीच असो म्हाका तरी दिसता. आणि ताचे बद्दल कितलीशी कॉन्ट्रोवर्सी सुद्धा आसा की आमकां कळना श्रद्धा खंयची, अंधश्रद्धा खंयची. स्पिरिच्युअली म्हटलें की आमकां एक तरेचें देवस्पण याद येता आणि देवभक्ती याद येता, which is also a good thing and it's a part of life. But I would like to know what exactly are you trying to convey by saying spirituality?
Spirituality म्हणजे religiousness नाही. But if you are religious, you can be little closer to spirituality. If you are completely non-religious, matcha, you don't go into that. If you look at the spirituality is more associated with religiousness. It is not religiousness exactly, but it's associated. You go into temples, you sit with it. These people are little more spiritually advanced. What do you do in spirituality? When I'm growing myself spirituality, I'm in deep connection with people who are positive, who think good about others, who think good about themselves, who create a good atmosphere around you. And the depth of your connection with these people at that level is so much that you are automatically becoming more and more positive. In this situation, you can, suppose you have some despair, something wrong goes wrong, you are able to tackle it much more easily than otherwise. Something has gone wrong, you'll say, okay, my father has expired, okay, he's expired, fine, I take it up very well, I perform all the rites within that, but my mind never ever goes into negativism. I don't get depressed, I don't get sad, I don't sit down there, no. So you are in touch with people who are having more positive thoughts. Here you try to go deeper inside you. You are actually finding out who you are. You actually try to see what is this life. या आयुष्यान आपण कोण, आपण कित्याक आसा, आणि तुझे एज अ मॅन or as a person, whatever is your obligation, for the reason for which you are onto this earth, you try to go closer to that. And in the bargain, you try to become a much positive, much advanced, intellectual, and a good human being.